Welcome back to Her Side of Campus, the show where ideas spark action and voices ignite change. I'm your host, Komal Iqbal, and today we're diving deep into a conversation that just might change the way you see the support available to women going into employment. Our guests aren't just making waves, they're creating tides of change, reshaping the landscape for women everywhere. I'm really excited to be joined by the team from Smart Works Leeds who are expanding their incredible work across the region as Smart Works Yorkshire. SmartWorks support women into employment by providing interview clothing, coaching, and confidence at the time when they need it the most. Today, we're going to talk about who they are, who they support, how students can get involved, and why this work is so powerful and rewarding. To start us off, could I ask each of you to introduce yourselves, your role at SmartWorks, and how you first got involved?
Hi, I'm Hafsa Salman. I'm working as an outreach coordinator and service delivery for Smart Works, and my job role is I'm the first contact for the client, and I'm also helping in workshops with my colleague, which is outreach lead.
My name's Hannah. I'm the Partnerships and Engagement Coordinator, and I joined SmartWorks in July 2025. And I'm responsible for building relationships with businesses and corporates and community partners.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria and I'm outreach lead for Bradford team, and I'm focusing on building local partnerships, delivering workshops and connecting women to our service so they can increase their confidence, secure employment and change their lives.
Hello, my name's Lottie and I'm the Outreach and Communications Manager at SmartWorks, and in this year and the next couple of years I'm also project managing the delivery of our services to Bradford, so it's really exciting to be here and talk about that.
Thank you for that. So I'd like to know, what is the core mission of SmartWorks and why is it still needed today?
So SmartWorks is the charity dedicated to supporting unemployed women into the workplace, and we do this through a one-to-one interview clothing and guidance service. What we're doing is using the power of high quality clothing and one-to-one coaching to help women to see and be able to project and express their true potential. Our mission is essentially to inspire and empower all women who need support getting into work so that they can get a job and transform their lives. So if there's one thing you remember about SmartWorks, it's that we're the confidence people, with 96% of our clients reporting a boost in confidence after working with us. So if you need help with that to feel more confident ahead of job interviews and with job searching and career advice, that is our mission. We want every woman to know that they can come to SmartWorks and to know that we can help you to feel more equipped.
Nice. And you mentioned confidence. Why is confidence such a big barrier when it comes to employment?
So we see women from all sorts of different backgrounds experiencing lots of different types of challenges. So that could be that they're looking for their first job. It could be redundancy, changing sector, having a family, caring for a loved one. So many different things that might make it that a woman is out of work and looking. But what cuts across all the different things that women may be working through or dealing with or might have on their plate, it's confidence. So more than half of the women that we speak to are reporting that confidence is a barrier for them, and it's just that last part of the puzzle that you need is to feel like you know how to do a job search, you know what you're looking for, and that you can present yourself in an interview in the way that you want to, and then when you go into work as well. So the reason that that's what we focus on is because it's what unemployed women tell us that they need, is to feel capable and confident. As women, most of us aren't super connected to our skills, and maybe don't feel like we have a lot to offer, but it's absolutely not true. Everybody does. And so we just want to connect women with that, with their potential.
Yeah, that's great. Who are the women that you support, and what challenges do they typically face when entering or re-entering the workforce?
So we support women from all different backgrounds, really anybody that you could imagine. If you're looking for work or if you have a job interview coming up, we will see you. So that could be, we do see students, we see people that are looking for, part-time roles to support them on their studies, and graduates, which might hopefully be relevant to some of the people that are listening. But we really see everybody that you can imagine. We receive referrals from lots of different organisations, from charities to job centres to refuges to everything. And people present to us with lots of different challenges and obstacles. And what we do is work on a one-to-one basis with the client to help them figure that out. But as we mentioned, for almost everybody that we see, confidence is a factor. And we think that if a client can walk out of our doors holding their head a little bit higher, that will help them to move forward positively. So for most of the women it's confidence, but it can be lots of different things.
Yeah, that's very understandable. I mean, sometimes you've left work and it's hard to get back into it, especially women who might have had a child, and then getting back into the swing of it can be difficult.
Nobody likes a job interview, right? You could be the most confident person going, but when you're sat in front of that interview panel, I know for me, I'd rather go on a podcast or do a big presentation, and I consider myself quite confident. So I think it can't hurt, like, even if you do feel, that you know how to present yourself and you've done a lot of work on that, having a dry run of some interview questions or us helping you figure out what you're really good at, hopefully it helps. 'Cause I think for most people it's daunting trying to get into work and making those applications, and I think a little bit of help is always good.
Yeah, and I bet you've helped loads of women.
Thousands. Thousands now.
Wow. Could you walk us through what a typical client journey looks like then with Smart Works, from the referral stage to the interview day, essentially?
Yeah, sure, we can do that. So basically, when women get referred to Smart Works through partner organizations such as university and other organizations which what you just mentioned, so then one of the service team members contact our client by phone or email to book their first appointment with us in the convenience for them time. Usually takes a couple of hours for urgent appointments when the woman expects interview very soon, or a couple of days for non-urgent appointments such as career coaching or interview preparation would require a good time notice, which happens not very often, but they are professionals and they can do their best to do that. And after, it really depends on the place where women are. So one of the services which we offer calls career coaching. So if a client is still searching for a role, she's offered our career coaching session to help her gain clarity, confidence, strong application, so that she can secure the interview. And when they already expect an interview and have an interview date confirmed, they're invited to our appointment that includes both dressing and interview coaching. So she attends her interview feeling confident, well prepared, supported, and after they receive a job offer, which is the most exciting part of our service, I guess, we welcome our clients to our second dressing appointment to receive a few more items to mix and match items, creating a capsule work wardrobe to carry her through the first weeks of her role before the first paycheck, basically. Very important to say that our service can be delivered fully virtually, apart from in our center in Leeds. The only difference is that instead of coming to our center, women will join our sessions using the Zoom link, and clothes will be posted under 48-hour delivery for free. And we are as good as doing it in person and virtually, and almost half of our appointments we do virtually, basically, because they're quite stretching the whole Yorkshire. Again, we have a good experience on doing that, and don't think that if we can't come in person, it will be anyhow less good. It won't.
That's great. So I'd like to know what usually surprises you when women first come in for the first time.
Well, I would say our wardrobe is something very exciting. A lot of people are very curious to come and see our center, just to get the idea how our center looks like. We have several areas, reception one, and the coaching areas, and also our wardrobe area with dressing places. But I guess what surprises women the most is that our services are fully free for them, and also for our partners. There is no catch behind it. It's just totally free. We are quite privileged and lucky to have support of many organizations and many amazing individuals. To be honest, to say that when I was unemployed and I heard about Smart Works for the first time, I thought that it's too good to be true. So it was not very clever of me not to reach out for the help, and I regret it since then. Whereas one of our colleagues, Hafsa, she was more pragmatic about that, and she just asked for help. So please, follow the good examples and just come to us, ask for help, and we would be very, very happy to help you with anything we can.
And how do codes and coaching work together to build that confidence?
So the confidence is a big part of our organization. It's a heart of what we offer. A lot of women we support already have the skills and the experience. They have just lost belief in themselves along the way. So our role is really about helping them reconnect with what's already there. So we do that through one-to-one support and through workshops. So we offer workshops on confidence building where women can reflect on their strengths and recognize their transferable skills and realize that they are not alone in how they are feeling. There's something incredibly powerful about being in a room with other women who have had similar experiences. That shared space builds confidence naturally. So we offered practical support, feeling comfortable and confident in how you present yourself. So as we grow, we are expanding our workshops to include things like digital skills, understanding the job market, CVs and interview confidence, so women feel fully equipped to take their next steps.
Nice. And you all work very closely with clients, as I am aware. Are there any stories or moments that have really stayed with you from these clients?
Yeah, there's lots of stories, and today I would like to highlight a powerful story that reflects the impact of our work and the resilience of the women we support. We saw this woman in 2025, and we met her in one of our confidence building session. She was a qualified teacher in her home country, and her company sent her to UK on a study visa. But when she lost her job, everything changed. She become an asylum seeker for 10 years while raising her son alone. The pressure of parenting and the financial hardships and the long asylum process left her completely drained, and it broke her completely. It was a very hard time for her, and it broke her confidence as well. Even though all of this, she continued her education and worked towards her PhD while waiting for her case to be settled. But years of negative experiences and constant setbacks crushed her confidence. Despite being highly qualified, she ended up taking a cleaning job because she no longer believes in herself. That's when we met her.
Wow.
And we are so glad that we met her and helped her. Uh, Through our career coaching and interview preparation, we helped her rebuild her confidence, recognize her strengths, and see the value she truly brings. Now, today, she feels ready to step into the opportunities she deserves. And I would like to share her feedback. She told, during my dressing appointment, I realized that I can look good. And when she talked to our coach in a confidence session, she identified that she has a lot to offer. And her journey shows how the right support can truly change someone's path.
Yeah. Wow, that's so inspiring. It must have made a lot of moments very powerful for you. What are some of those moments that you feel like were very powerful and created a bit of change?
So those moments are very powerful because you can actually see the change happen.
Yeah.
So it always stays with you, and at the end of the day, you feel accomplished and satisfied in your own personality. It's when someone who's lost confidence suddenly realizes their worth again. So it's I feel very happy and glad to see this change in our clients. Sometimes it's just a small thing they say or the way they carry themselves, but something has shifted.
Yeah. Wow, it's very fulfilling as well as a job. And I'd love to hear a bit more about not just the charity, but also you guys as individuals. How did each of you personally get involved with Smart Works, and what drew you to this kind of work? Because it's not something that you see every day.
So I would say that even though we have different roles, We just happen to be a very nice and lovely team. So modest of me to say that, right? I think the great part of it that we can always help and cover for each other. So basically, doing our roles, we know what is going on in everyone's calendar. So if something urgent comes out of nowhere, we can always support and help out each other. And talking about us as individuals, I would definitely say that we are so different. Our personalities, our approaches, our backgrounds. But I would say that it makes us super teaming because we bring our strengths. So one of us would be super organized, another would be very outspoken, just loving public interactions, whereas like other won't. And so many other things, probably, we can keep it out of this podcast. We're a funny one. And we also learn from each other, I would say. Since we started this project and since Hannah and I joined this team a little bit later than Hafsa and Lottie, we just made a huge progress working with each other. Another funny fact which we like to talk about is that we have 5 languages within the team, and we are quite proud to say that we can help so many women from different backgrounds to access our service when they need.
Yeah, it makes the service so much more versatile.
Yeah, I think it happened not on purpose. It's just pure luck. But why not to say it? So if you worry that English is not the first language for you, or you feel comfortable speaking about other things on your own language, there is high chance that we would be able to accommodate your needs.
Nice. Does anybody else want to add to?
Sure, absolutely. So I'll tell you a little bit about how I got involved in Smart Works. I've had a very wibbly wobbly, unusual career journey, as many of our clients have, I think I would say. So when I left school, I became a prop maker. So I made weapons and bodies and things, which was very exciting. And then during COVID, I all of the workshops closed, so I came back to Bradford because I'm from Bradford. And I was unemployed. I was claiming universal credit, and then my job centre employed me, which was cool. So I started working in employability, and then I referred women that I was supporting to Smart Works because I saw the impact of the service on the women that I was working with. And as soon as I saw that first woman come back in her clothes from Smart Works, I was on their jobs career page every week. I need to come and do this because it's such an amazing organisation. And I think that speaks to I see it reflected in the people that we support, because every time I'm in the office, I'm meeting women that have done all sorts of different things. We meet women who are either looking for a career change or their circumstances have changed, so they have to have a career change. I sort of went through that version of it, and so it just goes to show that you can sort of do anything. You might find yourself somewhere that you weren't expecting. And in terms of our team, I think each of us have a different story of how we got involved. And as Maria was saying, because we're all so different and have come at it from different angles, it's really nice because we're able to share that experience with clients as well.
Yeah, it makes you guys more relatable for the clients as well.
I think certainly for me, having been unemployed in Bradford, doing a job search, having the experience of rejection or the experience of silence, which is almost worse than rejection when you've applied for 50 jobs and nobody gets back to you. I think I really, like Maria said, would have loved to come to Smart Works, but didn't know that it existed. I think it would have really helped me. So for me, certainly, having been there trying to push forward and to get interviews, and then being really nervous about interviews, and then having to borrow one of my mum's friend's skirts to go to the interview because I'm not the same size as my mum, so she couldn't lend me anything. Having had that experience, I think that is definitely helpful because I really remember what it felt like.
Yeah, it's so great to hear your guys' pathways and how you got to where you are. Could you tell us a bit more about the projects that you guys are going to be delivering in Bradford and what expansion into Smart Works Yorkshire actually means?
Yeah, so we opened our centre in Leeds in 2019, and back then we were mainly serving Leeds clients, but actually demand for our service has grown and grown and grown, and now we're working all across Yorkshire. We, receive referrals from Hull, we receive referrals from Northallerton. We're all over the shop, and we specifically are doing a 3-year project to work in Bradford. And there's a few reasons for that. We did everything we do at Smart Works is data led. So we did basically some research into what are the local authorities in the UK that have the highest number of economically inactive women, and Bradford was in the top 5. So there, estimated around 8,000 women in Bradford who could be using our service right now. There's a huge need here. It's right on our doorstep. It's the next city over. There were people in the team that really pushed for it, such as myself, being from Bradford, and it's something that we really care about. So we were very fortunate to receive some funding, and that has allowed us to build a team specifically for Bradford. And what we're doing is basically the aim is to become a trusted partner in Bradford as part of the employability landscape. So we're seeing more women from Bradford through our virtual service. We're offering employability workshops as well. For groups of women, we will begin delivering some of our career coaching service in Bradford in the next year. And we're working on building partnership and relationships so that we can continue the project long after our 3 years ends. And we're just really passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of us have either a personal or professional connection to Bradford, which is why we're so excited to do it. And that's a roundabout way of saying that we're going to be Smart Works Yorkshire because we are Smart Works Yorkshire now.
Yeah.
Because we see people all over, and specifically we're in Bradford because we know that we need to be here, and we got really lucky to have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah. And what do you think makes it so important to bring it to Bradford specifically?
Because women in Bradford need us. So just in the last year, we've supported 109 women through the service that are from Bradford. We've delivered our workshops to nearly 200 women, and the results are amazing. 97% of the women we're seeing in the core service are saying they feel more confident, and similar numbers for the confident workshops as well. So we're basically here because we need to be, because we love Bradford, and because the women that we were seeing from Bradford previously, I've been outreach at Smart Works for 4 years now, and every time I went into a job centre in Bradford, they said, well, when are you coming back? And I had to say, I'm going to Northallerton tomorrow, so I'll come back in 6 weeks. It just wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
So we're here because we were invited, and thankfully it's been having a massive impact. So the proof is there in that. The first part of the project was a research project which Hafsa completed, where we spoke to women in Bradford about what they needed, and over half said they need support with confidence. So we've designed everything we're doing here around that research as well.
Yeah. And what impact do you hope to achieve from this expansion that we will have locally?
We want to help women to feel more confident in the first instance. That's the thing. That's what we do. That's what we care about. So we want women to feel more confident. We want them to get jobs as well. So we're hoping that we'll be able to have an impact on local women and their journeys forward.
Yeah, that's really good. And I'm just thinking, what events and initiatives do you have coming up that people should know about?
So this year we will be developing more workshops for women on topics such as confidence, tech and the UK job market. And we're also really excited to host our first ever fashion sale to celebrate International Women's Day. So this will be happening on Tuesday the 3rd of March from 9 until 5:30 p.m. at Dolly Street Market, and we'd really love to see you all there. You'll be able to shop in an amazing selection of women's wear brands for £15 and under, including high street, vintage and designer brands, with all proceeds going directly towards supporting women into employment this year.
Oh, hear that, guys? This is the best way to get involved. How can students at the university get involved with Smart Works directly?
Sure, so if you'd like a referral, you can contact the Career and Employability Service at the University of Bradford, So then they'll be able to arrange an appointment for you with us. We'd also love to see you at our events, so please come along to our fashion sale and stay tuned for more exciting events in the year. We're also going to be having a clothes donation drop at the university, so you can come and drop off any clothes you no longer wear and they can be donated to the service.
Nice. That sounds like a really good idea, especially for students who are going to interviews and maybe they don't need that piece of clothing anymore. It would be so much better if that goes to a cause like this. If you could each share one piece of advice with a woman who's looking for work, what would it be?
Yeah, so I think as a team, we'd agree that feeling unsure and being a bit lost in the job application process is completely normal, and it probably just means that you're standing on the edge of something new. I think that you're far more capable than you think, and you never have to take those steps alone. So please allow yourself to be supported. There are people and services ready to lift you up every step of the way, and Smart Works is one of them.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to add before we finish?
Yeah, I think that we'd like to say thank you for having us and thank you for listening as well. There are, as we've mentioned, lots of different ways to get involved in Smart Works. We're here in Bradford now, so we want to see you and help you and work with you. So if you are completing a job search and you need some support with that, or you have an interview coming up, please ask for a referral. Come to our events. We are hoping to do some workshops and sessions connected to the uni, and we will be doing some other community coaching and activities in Bradford as well. There's the opportunity to use the donation box and to get involved in volunteering in future as well. So please look us up, stay in touch with us, and let us know if you need help. And we're so excited to be here and to start working with you. So thank you for having us. And just last of all, if you are unemployed and you're on that journey, we totally believe in you and we know that you're going to be great.
Nice. Thank you guys so much for coming today and joining me, and for all of the work that you guys do. You're doing such an incredible job, and if anybody is listening and wants to get involved, we'll share some links and information in the podcast description. And that's a wrap for today's episode. Remember, everybody has a role to play in shaping our society, and the journey does not stop here. Keep questioning, keep learning, and keep on making a difference. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Her Side of Campus.